welcome back to another video here today. Today we are going over my Infinite Crit Harlowe. This is the Takedown Destroyer build. We've made some changes to the build so we get a little bit more survivability, and now we can proc Neutron Decay when we're using the Hellwalker, so we get even more damage. And we're using a little bit of decoherence now. We move some points around. I played with it a little bit, so a little bit more survivability was always really nice for the takedown. And then for the weapons, we're using the Stray for the takedown. This is just really good overall. Constable is really good. I'm not really using the Wombo combo. I just have it equipped for some reason. Pretty much any gun will work here, though. This is a pretty much any gun build will work. Like you could use the Chalaska of shotgun ammo. This would work really, really well. Let's say you want to use the Chalaska. This shit would shred on this build. If you wanted to use this thing would do some crazy stuff. Works really well. And then Hellwalker is my favorite gun to use here for this build. I love the Hellwalker on this build. It's so fun to use. And then we're using 3 Deadeyes, so we get more gun accuracy, gun critical damage, and every critical hit grants 15% more critical damage, and you get a maximum stacks of 5 for 10 seconds, and you're always hitting criticals, so you're always stacking this. And then we're using 2 high calibers, so you get 25% more projectile speed and 10% more gun damage. This is multiplicative, so this is just really good. Then we're using an amp and enrage rev kit. You could use like a shiny war paint to give your Hellwalker a bit more fire rate if you'd like. Amp and enrage is mostly what we're using here. This just gives us a little bit more benefits. And then we're using the Hemdahl for mobbing. This is just really good. I would recommend grabbing a radiation version for Harlowe. It would do way more damage than a kinetic version would. And then we're using the messy pounder. So you get more torque damage from your torque stuff. So like if you're using torque, using this, because we're using like the linebacker for the crystals. Any like enemies, like you're gonna come across crystals, like you're gonna want to use the linebacker. It's really good overall. The linebacker is great for the crystals. It takes them out like super quick. And you're gonna want gun splash radius and all that. Super important. Or you can use the Dark Beast too. Triple Amp Guardian Angel. It just works really well. Then we're using the Phlebotomist for 4 an excited state and 3 sustained reaction and active irritation. Now with the takedown being out, I'm pretty sure, and now while thinking about it, I'm pretty sure you could get away with 5-2 with sustained reaction and action skill irritation. But I do not got one with 5-2 with action skill dur and that on it, but is could be really could be about the same because you're only losing about 5% irritation. But it is really nice to have the 4-3 because you do get a lot more irritation on kill. So this is just really nice because you basically get your stuff full back super quick. And then for the skill tree, we're using 5 in momentum, so you get 25% more critical damage. 5 in neutron decay, which are actually proccing now, so you get 10% more gun damage per stack on neutron decay. 3 in creative overflow, so you get 36% more gun damage. 2 in converted realities, so you get active skill cooldown. 5 in excited state, so you get 60% more critical damage with the class mod. 4 in distribution function, this is all you need. And 1 in acceleration, so you get some lifesteal. 4 in gamma ray burst, so you get up to 4 bonus radiation damage up to 40% maximum shield capacity. 1 in Harlowe certainty principles, so you get gun handling, a little bit more gun handling, not super important. 5 in critical funding, so you get infinite ammo and always refund on your thing. And then we're using 1 in meltdown, so you get bonus radiation damage on damage dealt, so you can proc neutron decay. We're using 1 in decoherence because in the future we're gonna go down to Latin charge and hit runaway reaction because I think we will get a level cap increase in September. And then we're using 5 in parallel circuit, so you get 30% more gun damage every time you activate your action skill. 1 in quantum immortality, so you get health regeneration every time you entangle an enemy. 4 in bright features, so you get 25% more fire rate. 1 in negative entropy, so you can get into precision engineering, so you get 30% more critical hit damage. 1 in ripple effect, you can entangle an enemy nearby when you kill another entangled enemy, which is just really good because you're entangling enemies so fast. So you're always getting health regeneration from this. And then we're using 5 in concurrence. You get 25% more action kill duration per entangled enemy. And this is just really good for bossing because like you're killing enemies so fast usually during the takedown. This really doesn't matter during that part of the thing, but when you're bossing, it is so good. And then we're using control group, so you get more action skill irritation on kill, which is just really good. And then our class mod is putting 3 in sustained reaction, which is 15% more action skill irritation on kill, which is just really, really nice. And then for the specializations, we're using the best defense. You get damage dealt, 30% damage dealt, and shields are full. Riddle you this, you get 1% gun damage per stack. Now, caffeine, so you get action skill cooldown rate. And Groundbreaker, you don't need to use Groundbreaker, so you can swap Groundbreaker for like in the zone or Bullets Scared of Me, so you get a little bit more damage reduction. Or you could use I Am Gun. Any of these are options. Groundbreaker is not needed. I just have it selected at the moment just because, I like using it. But it is not needed here whatsoever. I hope you guys enjoy this build video. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.